Hi, I'm Christian Brindle, and welcome to the Everything Medicare Podcast. What's up, Everything Medicare Podcast Nation? This is Christian Brindle, wherever you are and however you might be listening to me today. I am here with a special edition of this episode of the Everything Medicare Podcast. This is episode 173. Usually we broadcast to you from our studio in our offices at Christian Brindle Insurance Services / Brindle Insurance Group. But today, I'm bringing you this episode special edition from my house. And I have a special guest with me here today. I have my daughter is sitting here with me. My 10-month-old daughter, Violet. Do you have anything to say, sweetheart, to the audience? She's a little shy. She's trying to grab my microphone away from me because she wants all the attention, everybody. Today, folks, we're going to be talking to you about insurances that my family has in particularly, okay? So how are we covered? How are the Brindles covered, okay? This is something that I've talked about on the show before, but it's not something that I've primarily, really gotten into that much. I talk about it quite a bit in my new book, The Insurance Funnel, 9 Simple Tests Every Insurance Policy Must Pass Before Being Worthy of Purchase. I've talked about my life insurance, so let's start off with that. In the Brindle household, we insure ourselves based off of need, okay? So I believe that policies need to be bought. I think they're important. I think they're important to be able to cover different needs and things along those lines. But essentially, they need to be covering a specific need. If the need isn't there, it's just wasted premium as far as I'm concerned. And so my role in our family is the provider, the breadwinner. I'm the provider for our family. So I have life insurance policy on myself. I have a 20-year, $1 million term policy. That way, if anything happens to me, my wife, Stormy, and my daughter, Violet here, little Violet, Daba, Baba, Da Baba Baba. I thought she was going to say something. But my wife, Stormy, and my daughter, Violet, would be protected very well. You know, we don't have any debt other than our home. We owe at this point about $230,000 on our house that I'm talking to you in right now. That would be paid off, and then, she'd have plenty left over after that, so she could live a debt-free life, wouldn't have to struggle too much. She'd be able to take over my company and take care of all of you lovely people who are clients of ours out there, if she so chose to, or I should say. But that's the first policy that I have, is life insurance on me. Violet here has a life insurance policy. She has a $10,000 little life insurance policy. It costs about less than $20 to $30 a year. Hey, you want to come get her? Baby's a little tired. She's a little grumpy, but she made her little guest appearance. I'm going to hand her off to mommy. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Bye, sweetheart. Anyway, folks, so let's talk about life insurance policy. So I have the policy on myself, like I mentioned. I have $1 million 20-year term policy to protect my family in the event of the worst case scenario. My daughter, Violet, who you just saw, if you're watching this on video, she looks just like mom, not like dad. Thank goodness. I don't want her going through life looking like dad, if you know what I mean. Essentially, though, folks, my daughter, Violet, has a $10,000 life insurance policy. The reason why I got that on her in the first place is because children's life insurance, especially whole life insurance, is dirt cheap. I pay about in the 20s as far as I pay about $20 to $25 a year in premium. And that premium never goes up. The benefits never go down. It's level for her the rest of her life. So in a 10-year period, I would have paid probably $250 in premium total. for $10,000 of coverage. It was just a fantastic deal from that point to have that protection. Of course, life insurance is one of those things that you never want to have to use it, but you're happy you have it if you do have to use it. It's just protection in the worst case scenario. So those are the two life insurance policies we have. My wife doesn't have a life insurance policy on her at this point. I may reconsider that down the road, but the primary reason why we didn't put it on her was just because she's a stay-at-home mom right now. We didn't kind of feel like it would be relevant like it would be for myself. The only reason why we have a policy on Violet is because it was pennies, basically, in the scheme of things. At $20 to $25 a year in premium. Off the top of my head, I don't know exactly how much it is, but that's basically what we're looking at. We have a homeowner's policy on our house, okay, which is a very, very good policy. Okay, it covers about, I think it covers about $200 plus $1,000 in damages. It covers a lot of different things. Of course, it doesn't cover natural disasters. No home insurance policy does. You have to get specific insurance for that. I have a car insurance policy. I have collision and I have collateral. Okay. Don't need all of that coverage, but I have it just because I like to have it. Both of our cars are paid off, but our cars are relatively newer, right? I talk about in the book, The Insurance Funnel, 9 simple tests every insurance policy must pass before purchase, that you need to be purchasing for what you need. So if you're driving around a car, if someone's driving around a car that's, let's say, worth $1,000, you don't need, some ridiculous car insurance policy on it. But if you're driving around a car that's worth $60,000, you might need a little bit more coverage to protect it, as well as if it's paid off, if it's financed, whatever the case might be. The situation is going to vary. But we have a pretty good car insurance policy. We have collision, we have collateral, we have all of that stuff. Okay. We only have a $500 deductible per vehicle on our cars. Then, as I mentioned in an episode recently, we have our health insurance policy through National General. And it's a short-term medical policy. It's a 24-month term, 2 12-month terms to be more specific. And it gives us up to $5 million in coverage over the term of that 24 months. Now that covers myself, my wife Stormy, and my daughter Violet. It's an $8,000 deductible. It's 100% coverage up to $5 million after that $8,000 deductible is met. And we get about 4 to 5 doctor visits with $40 copays in between. So that's kind of the health insurance we have at the moment. It was just such a better option than the Medishare plan that we had through the Christian Care Ministry. It was cheaper, half the price, practically. So there's that. The other type of insurance, I wouldn't really call it insurance, but I would in a sense, is we have a membership through a very, very popular doctor and medical clinic in the Valley here. They have about maybe 10 different locations around the Valley, and we pay about $70 a month for my wife and I to have a membership for them. And basically they have primary care doctors and all kinds of different physicians that can see you, physician's assistants, things like that, urgent care services, whatever you might need. But they can do a lot of things. They can do x-rays. They can do all kinds of stuff there. And my wife and I can go see any of their doctors for $10 a pop with that membership. So that's something that I wanted to add on just to give us a little more protection. If we need, maybe if I got the flu, if I got the cold, something like that, I could go in and get an antibiotic for cheap, right? $10 a visit, and it's not going to cost us very much. So I'd kind of bulk that into the health insurance. Okay. Now that's not all the insurance that the Brindles have. I'll have you. When we come back, I'll talk a little bit more about the insurance I have for my business, my company, Christian Brindle Insurance Services. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks so much for sticking with me through that break. Folks, what is the purpose of insurance? I talk about it in my new book, and I'm referencing my new book a lot because this is a topic that heavily is centered around in the insurance funnel. 9 simple tests every insurance policy must pass before purchase. And what is the purpose of insurance? Have you ever really thought about it before? Well, the purpose of insurance in my eyes is simple. It's to protect an asset or a loved one. Point blank. It's to protect an asset or a loved one. And if you think about it, insurance is really an investment in the protection of an asset you own, a car, a house, a business, whatever. There's people that buy insurance to, that way if they drop their pizza, they can get a new pizza, right? Some people would consider a pizza an asset. I don't, but you kind of get the point. Something you care about, an asset, a loved one, the life of a loved one in the form of life insurance, a loved one's health with health insurance. Me having health insurance on my wife is to protect her health if she has a health scare. Me having health insurance on myself is to protect myself if I had a health scare. Me having health insurance on my daughter, same thing. The life insurance is to protect my family if anything was to happen to me, because I'm the primary income holder. I'm the primary breadwinner here at our house for our family. I keep the lights on for our home. And so if anything was to happen to me, if I disappeared, my family would be struggling. They would be hurting. So the life insurance ensures that they're going to be protected. $1 million, they're going to be set up very well. I wanted to make sure that they had the best. But that's the purpose of insurance, right? I mean, it's very easy to get yourself insurance poor, and I'm a big believer in that. I don't pick up policies unless I feel like I really need them. Some other policies that I have personally is I have dental, vision, and hearing insurance on myself and my wife. I don't use it very much. I get my teeth cleaned every 6 months. My wife, on the other hand, just has had bad genes. I've talked about this before on the show. My wife, she brushes twice a day, flosses every night. She takes great care of her teeth, but still she seems to have some problems. She needs filling from time to time. She needs some crowns. She needs some root canals. Some people just have bad genes with their teeth. And anybody that's had dental bills to that level, that dental bills are very, very expensive, and they can be. So we have dental insurance for that reason. It's more than helped us out over the years with different kind of things there. So we have a dental, vision, hearing policy. I've kind of jumped back and forth between companies in that regard. We also have insurance for my business. Me personally, I do carry errors and omissions insurance for myself as well as my company. Errors and omissions insurance is something that's required by most insurance companies for me to carry, mainly due to the fact that if I ever got sued, let's say I made a mistake with someone's account. I never have, never will, but let's say I did. Well, it would protect me up to $1 million in the event of a lawsuit. That's what errors and omissions insurance is for. It's ugly. It's not even something I feel like I necessarily need, but I understand the point of having it. And the insurance companies require us to have it in the event of something like that. Let's say we messed up. Let's say we screwed up. We made a mistake. So we have errors and omissions insurance. We also have workman's compensation insurance. We're required by my home state of Utah to have that because I have staff. I have employees. Let's say one of them got hurt at work. Something that I have to protect myself, protect my business, but it's also required. It's a requirement in order for me to have employees in the state of Utah. So we have different types of insurance in that regard. So essentially, I have good insurance. I pay a pretty penny for insurance, but I'm not in the situation where I'm insurance poor either. I think it's very, very important to make sure that you're getting policies that you need, but avoiding policies that you don't need. Very, very big topic in my new book, The Insurance Funnel. If you haven't picked it up, head over to Amazon. It's worth every penny. I mean, it can save you tens of thousands of dollars in coverages, premiums throughout your lifetime, and it can be used over any different type of insurance. Lots of practical information in there that I threw in there. But essentially, folks, just to kind of give you a refresher on that, we have life insurance in my house, on myself and my daughter. We have health insurance on everyone in the family, my wife, myself, my daughter. We have dental and vision insurance, dental, vision, hearing insurance, I should say, on myself and my wife. We have car insurance for our 2 cars. We have homeowners insurance for our house. We have errors and omissions insurance for myself and my organization. And then we also have workman's compensation insurance. So I don't necessarily break the bank with the insurance premiums I pay, but I very much understand the need to be protected and to be protected well. So I thought this would be kind of a fun little segment, a little bit of a change of pace, to kind of give you some insight on kind of how I cover myself. Because I talk about so much week in and week out how everybody should be covering themselves, and most people don't even know how I'm covered. But now you do. Now you do. Insurance is important, everybody. It's an investment in protecting your health. Anything that's important to you is protected by insurance. Literally everything. So I really, really appreciate you taking the time to invest into yourself, invest into your education, and spending some time with me. This was kind of a interesting little change of pace, me shooting this from our house at our kitchen table. And we might be doing some more episodes just like this, depending on if we get quarantined. At the time of me recording this, it hasn't happened yet, but we'll have to see. I'm committed to bringing you content, 3 episodes a week. That's what our organization is all about. Whether we get quarantined or not, you will get a podcast from Christian Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. As always, folks, my organization is still up and running, ready to help you. If you're on Medicare or about to be on Medicare, and you're just confused and just not sure which way you should be going, contact my organization. We're licensed to do business in the states of Utah, Idaho, Colorado, Oregon, Texas, South Carolina, Virginia, Florida, and soon to be California. One day we'll get California. Utah, Idaho, Colorado, Oregon, Texas, Virginia, South Carolina, Florida, and soon to be California. Our office number is 801-255-5340, 801-255-5340. Or you can shoot me an email if you're more comfortable with that at christianb@xmission.com, CHRISTIAN, B as in boy, at xmission.com. I'd love the opportunity to be able to talk with you and work with you on your plan. We work with all of the largest insurance companies in the insurance industry. We specialize in Medicare health plans. We've helped so many people as an organization over the years. To anybody that's listening to us that's a client of ours, we appreciate your business. We really hope you stay safe out there. If we can do anything to help you throughout this pandemic and this crisis, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here for you. Anything we can ever do for you. As always, folks, if you listen to the show and you found it helpful in one way or another, and you're listening to us on a platform that allows you to do so, please leave us a 5-star review with a comment that you on something you might have enjoyed about the show specifically. It helps us reach more people just like you who need to hear our information. Until next time, I'll be back with you Monday with another episode. Take care.